Good morning, Amira Alvarez here. Hope you're doing excellent today. I woke up this morning thinking about my journey again and this concept that I teach around becoming more and getting really want to clarify what I mean by that, because sometimes becoming more seems like it is a rejection of your past, or saying that your past isn't good, or you have to change or fix yourself or be different. But becoming more, to me, is becoming more of who you truly are, the woman that you really are. And there's a gap. There's a gap between who you know yourself to be in your truth, in your essence, and who you're being today, right now, in this life. There's a gap there. And what are you going to do about it? Because that's really important. When I started this journey, let's go back, way, way back. I don't even know when to go back. You know, the journey starts when you're born, really. But there was a part of me very early on that knew that I was in dissonance with who I truly was. And it always felt off. This might feel like, the symptoms of this might feel like not liking what you look like when you see photos of yourself. This might look like not liking what you look like in the mirror. This might look like not dressing how you want to dress. This might look like not doing the kind of work you want to do in this world. This might look like not speaking your truth in conversations, holding back, making yourself small. This might look like always wondering if you're doing the right thing, or effing up in the world, or if you're wrong for saying this or that, or for wanting more. So there's always this gap, if you will. And you'll recognize it. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like dissonance. It feels disturbing. It feels lesser than. And that is a symptom of you not being who you truly are. And long ago, I recognized these symptoms. Most people do. Most people understand those negative feelings, that they're negative, and wanting to move away from them. And what I needed to do was really understand that I had to step into more of who I actually was, to let go, release, move away from that negative experience, that gap. And it required a lot of work. Let me tell you, it required a lot of work. Now, was that work great fun also? Absolutely. Do I have a stance that we need to approach this with a lot of love and grace and ease, and take what's happening and really embrace it positively? Yes, I do. Okay. But that doesn't mean that there weren't moments of struggle around this. Okay. So let me regroup here. So what does becoming more mean? So you have this gap. It starts early. For me, it started in early childhood, not feeling like I was expressing myself fully, who I fully was. And that lasted most of my adult life. Now, does that mean that I wasn't confident, having fun, having good relationships, all of that? Absolutely. And most of the women I work with are very competent. They're ambitious. They're smart. They're whip smart, really. And they have figured out how to have a pretty damn good life. But I want you to look and see if there is a gap there. Because usually there is. There's a gap between who you are being right now and who you want to become. So one of the things that I do almost every morning, and throughout the day, quite frankly, is I ask the question to Spirit, Source, Supply, Infinite Intelligence, God, Universe, whatever you want to call that energy that is, that we are all connected to, okay, that is part of our divine power to connect to, is I ask the question, who do I need to become today? What is it that I need to become in order to have what I desire? So this first requires that you get clear about what you desire. A lot of people reject what they truly desire, or they have a superficial desire. But what dropped in this morning for me was I have a really strong burning desire for something. And it is close to my heart. It is so clear, so crystal clear. It's almost like I'm living it now. And I tapped into that desire this morning and then asked the question, who do I need to become to be the woman who has that now? Who do I need to become to be the woman who has that now? I don't care if it's a money goal, a relationship goal, a health goal, whatever your vision is, whatever your desire is, who do you need to become to have that now? Now, the level of honesty and transparency that you have with yourself is absolutely critical here, because if you lie to yourself in this answer, you will never get anywhere. You have to be truthful with yourself. You have to see that gap, be willing to get help to close that gap, be willing to do the work yourself to close that gap every single day. You cannot tolerate seeing who you need to become and not going after it. That is unacceptable. Unless you want to start dying, unless you want to go in the reverse. And to me, that's unacceptable. And for the women that I work with, that is unacceptable. Now, is there a challenge in front of you? Absolutely. How do you become that woman? What's the next step? And I have a practice of getting quiet and asking for the answer, because the answer always precedes the problem. It is always there, but you have to ask the right question. And that requires that you have to claim your desire, truly own it, not some fakey fake desire, not some surface level desire, but like purpose level desire. And then authentically, truly want it and step forward with the answer that you get. So I'm going to share the answers that I got this morning, okay? Let's see. I wrote them down someplace. Okay, because they're not always strictly action item-y stuff. Let me bring this back to business for a second, because I think this is really important. I work with women who want to make a shit ton of money, okay? So what does becoming more have to do with making a lot of money? Everything, you guys, everything. If you are denying your desires, whether they're financial, relationship, whatever, the thing that's right in front of you, okay? Let me see if I can say that any clearer. When you do this process of owning your desire, asking the question about who you need to become to have that desire, and then you get an answer, that answer is something that you have to take action on. And when you take action on that, it will directly and indirectly bring you financial reward every single time. I promise you, every single time. Sometimes it's a very concrete, tactical, outer game business action. Okay, go do this. That's fantastic. But sometimes it's inner game stuff, which it was for me this morning. So let me tell you what it was. So I asked, who do I need to become to have what I truly want right now, my burning desire? And I got an answer of, how do you love? So I got a question. That's interesting. My answer in a question, how do I really love? And then the answer to that was by serving. The first law of receiving is serving. So that was obvious. I'm like, okay, great. So how do I serve? By giving. Okay, that's kind of mixed up, same. And then the next answer was by being yourself, sharing yourself. Okay? So that's what I'm doing right now. Absolutely, 100%. You have to show up truly as who you are. And let's say I got a little lost in my circular thinking there. This is how you become the woman who has what she wants. So the question, hi Julie, I see you, hello. Love that question, thank you for the reminder. Which one was that? Was that, who do you need to become? I didn't catch your comment until I was all the way talking and through. So, okay, so what have we gotten to now? What do you really want? Who do you need to become to be that person who has that? and get quiet, ask the question, see what the answers are. Sometimes there will be outer game answers, sometimes there will be inner game answers. Take the action on that. Hi, Laura, great to see you. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. This is so important. Being the woman who you truly are. This is critical to your business. If you are not fully self-expressed, if you are not being who you truly are, you will always hold back something. You won't fully give, you won't fully serve if you feel like you can't be who you are. So start now. It's not about perfection. Start now. Go be that woman. Become who you really are. Start now. There's some critical steps to this. I love teaching it. This will get you started. If you have more questions, please feel free to ping me and ask me a question in the comments or send me a direct message, either one. And that's what I've got for you today. Okay, have an awesome day. Rock it out. Take care. Bye.